I like how it just loves to say that my browser failed to play it for the last 7 seconds. It's been doing that a lot lately. I have no idea what that's about. Anywho, welcome y'all to another round. I'm your girl Jay. I'm here with my cousin LC. We up in this thing. We are the cousins, so we on open bar. You know, the bar is back open, but this time y'all got to pay. It was free earlier. It's free for the 5 hours. If you missed the 5 hour happy hour, that's on you. But we got discounted rates today. We got a discounted price for you. We ain't here. We just gonna chop it up. We sorry for our delay. We was backstage chopping it up. Okay, things came up, and since backstage is talking, we was talking about music. That's I guess that's where we're gonna have our little segment tonight. We're gonna talk about music because some things have happened. People have been outed. New music has been dropped. I'm kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm lit off the new music drop. Personally, my thing or whatever. I don't know if you're aware, Elsie, but Kendrick Lamar dropped an album today, and I was just like, "Thank you. It's Good Friday on the early Friday. Appreciate you. I am not mad at it or whatever." But you just read something interesting, and let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that.
Well, Khalid, the singer, he sang Location and some other more R&B songs. I was running through the entertainment news and I saw Entertainment News Weekly, Rolling Stone says he has come out after being outed. And they quote him as saying, "I'm not ashamed." I don't understand. What is with the outing? That's not your business.
Do they say who actually outed him?
No.
It's not like a
This,
bitter. It's giving like a bitter X or something like that. But for him
this
to
is like an
say
hour ago. This is like right now, like an hour ago.
right, but my thing is for him to say I'm not ashamed, then why didn't you volunteer the information yourself then?
Right.
I
It's
mean, I'm not
weird.
mad at him owning it because it's like we're definitely in a day and age where, if that's your preference, that's your preference. You know, we're not here. I'm not here to shame anybody on their sexuality. That's between you and God, because I don't know what God really holds when it comes to a lot of things. That's between. But hey, Sean Stokes, it's been a long time. How you been? Um, I just don't understand holding it a secret. We have so many artists, athletes, people in general that are of the community. You're fine. Actually, you'll make more money. They support fully. Like like they still loving Frank Ocean, and Frank Ocean ain't dropped something in I don't know how long. Okay, baby. Like
Right. I'm sure I would still go see him perform. It's not a issue.
it's not an
But
issue.
he doesn't say what. He's on X and he says, "I got outed and the world still continues to turn. Let's get this straight. LMAO. I'm not ashamed of my sexuality. And in reality, it ain't nobody's business, but I am okay with me. Love y'all." That's right. Unless you're coming behind my closed doors, we don't need to know what you're doing, what you're up to, and who you're doing it with.
We really don't. Unless I mean, if that's the business you want to share, but we really don't.
Well, now I know whose location he wanted. It wasn't mine. Pun
It's
intended.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it as I was thinking. I was like, certain songs don't have a gender specific thing, and every time I think about certain songs, I always go back to Luther Vandross
Yes.
because when you really listen to it, we just all assume he was singing to a woman, but he never specifies a gender in most of his songs. It's not "lady, I love you, ma'am," this or that. Is literally just so neutral.
Yes. Until recent, until people started saying it, it's "excuse me, miss." You know, but that was so recent.
That's too funny. I mean, I don't. I'd be feeling like, because I mean, like, Little Richard showed us that, you know what I'm saying, like, you can even pretend just to be gay to get the money. Now,
Mhm.
money so you can get a little white girl, oh, man, but that's a whole different story. So they can feel safe. They can feel safe with a black man around their daughters, you know what I'm saying? A different story, but, I'm not saying to, like, lie or, not tell the truth on your sexuality or anything like that, but literally, the community supports. That's one thing they
Right.
do is support. Now, I know they might have levels to their support based off of where you're at, but overall, especially when you're in the industry, they support. Like, as long as you don't do some crazy stuff that makes them look bad. Or
Or
you
mess with their money.
uh-huh. So I don't know. I
Well, some,
just
well, somebody's coming home for the holidays. They got their conviction overturned.
yeah, I seen that on Really B's channel. I didn't get the whole info on it, but she had her in her thumbnail. He ain't out yet. He ain't out yet. And you know what? Sometimes these things happen, not to just say that he's innocent or anything like that. It's just I'm trying to catch somebody else. So I need to put you on the streets. And it could be a plea deal situation. Could be you my new wiretap situation. Yeah, some people be getting in there and be like, I ain't snitching on nobody, I ain't telling nothing and nothing. And then they get in there and be like, so what kind of deal you gonna give me?
Right?
What immunity you gonna give me? And then on top of it, being that his kids, namely the twins, is out here with no actual parental guidance or like actual protection anymore. Mom is no longer here, unfortunately, and dad is now incarcerated. And I wouldn't trust the boys to fully be in charge of them. And I think what they about 18 now? Are they 18 yet? They still 17 or 18 yet? The girls.
I think they just turned 18, didn't they?
They just turned 18. So yeah, we crossed the threshold of going into adulthood, but at the same time we're still babies. So, you know. I mean, he at this point I think he'll do anything to get out. What it's one thing for sure, I will never take away from him is that he do love his kids. Now, he's like a lot of people that we've been talking about lately that haven't been like upstanding about their kids and doing the right by their kids and all that stuff, but he do love his kids. So that's one way to get him. So if they threaten his kids or whatever, he might make a deal just to get out.
Wait a minute. I just realized when he said his kids that we're talking about two different people.
Oh, I thought we was talking about oil baby. We not talking about oil
No,
baby? Oh,
no,
okay, never
no.
mind.
A
See,
different kind.
I was back reacting off of really B, and that's why I was talking about the twins.
That's fine. But no. This one had another kind of liquid. Um, Jussie Smollett, the Supreme Court for Chicago, Illinois, sorry, overturned his conviction for the alleged hoax.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that one.
Yeah, that one is kind of tenuous. I'm like, okay, but you still lied. They
That's what I'm
overturned you.
saying. And I mean, like you wasting taxpayers' money by having the police go run out to your stuff when they could have been potentially helping somebody else that actually needed the help that night. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sorry, my auntie is over here texting me and she want me to do extras that I'm not doing.
Don't they always? Don't they always?
Oh, okay. Okay. Nah, she finished it off because I was like, she need to finish this off because I'm like, girl, if you think I'm about to make a detour to your house on my way to Vegas,
So let
That's
me ask you this. This is another, it's still in music, it's more musical.
mm-hmm.
So people are debating as to whether you should sing along with Wicked when you see it in the theaters.
What's the lyrics to the song? Why we can't sing along? You know what? I'm trying to really wrap my brain around what is this big deal about this particular Wicked. All of a sudden, I'm like, I do understand that we have, a lady of color,
Yes.
a wonderful
Cynthia Erivo.
actress. Yes, a wonderful
Yep.
actress playing the lead in this thing. When I watched the trailers of it, I was like, I don't see anything issue of it because I know it's going towards the Netflix version or the TV version, kind of like
Yes.
some of the things of the show of the fairy tale shows where they're like in school and this is the arc story of how
Yes.
she becomes who she is. And when I think about it, I just think about how they did um Angela Jolie and Maleficent.
Yes. Yes.
I just get that impression that's where it's going. So I'm trying to figure out what is the big deal.
Well, the big deal is that it's a huge play on Broadway. It was,
It's a
like I
huge
was
movie from Disney.
right. And what kind of set it off was that in the Broadway play, because there's no specific actress, um, the picture is usually with the entire black hat covering
Up in her
everything
face.
except the lips. Right.
Right.
So when the artwork came out and the fans redid it, covering her face, Miss Arrivo had something to say quite strongly.
And as she should, as she freaking should. Because here's the thing with the play. Plays are based off of the script, not always the people that's in it. And then a lot of times what can happen is if I don't have a big name, if I don't have a super big name, that generally would be the marquee of it. I have a super big name, so that's why I'm going to show that person's face. But sometimes that even if I have that big name, something may happen. And I have to have an understudy up in there. And I don't want my people to be disappointed because they see this picture of this person and I'm not presenting that person to them. So a lot of times, unless they're in full costume, you don't see their face. It's very few that I've gone to that you actually see their face. It's always some animated style poster for plays. There's generic things for plays because people are always changing. This is an actual movie. The characters is not going to change. It's filmed already. It's done. It's edited. It's out there. Nothing's changing. Why do I have to cover her face all of a sudden? I know we've been dealing with this and we act like we're so removed from segregation, racism, and slavery at that most. You know what I'm saying? I know we like to act like we're so far removed and that we can just stop fighting this, but we can't stop fighting the fact that every time somebody is of color, namely black, is on some type of movie poster, billboard, and stuff, we always have to either highlight them and make them lighter or remove them altogether. Because I'm thinking about Couples Retreat right now when they took Faison Love and was it Tasha Smith off? I think it was Tasha Smith off the cover for the European artwork. Stop. We cast who we cast. They're in there. They're in there because their talent outweighed whatever all the rest of them. It wasn't about color or anything like this. Her talent outweighed everybody else who competed for that role for her to get it. Let's not make this a race thing.
And that's what everybody, well, there are two minds of this, that it could be a race thing, and the other folks who are fans of the theater and the theater's artwork, that this is just paying homage to the original playbill, where the green skin is more what is seen and the hat rather than the person. So people were just saying, of either side, that hey, either it is a big deal or it is not a big deal. It is, staying true to the original art. But I mean, I've seen it on. I've seen it, I think, at the Fox Theater here in Atlanta. I just, I'm just of the thing that I don't like to see some of these plays put on the screen. I
Mhm.
think it loses some of its magic for me. So I'm like, I'll wait
Same,
for it to come out on Netflix.
same, same. I'm the same way. There's very few. There's very few, and I think that they have to be staged a certain type of way. Like it's hard for ones with high musical for me to be written made into a movie. That's how I felt about the new Color Purple version. Um, I wish I can talk about this one I went to a screening for, but I can't because we signed NDAs. I really wish I can see it, talk about it because it's a good comparison to the two. But how they did do this particular movie, I'll say this much, is they incorporate stage animatics, like things that are turning just like we would watch if it was on an actual stage. They incorporated those things, and so everything kind of flowed just like a stage play, just in motion picture. They did a wonderful job of it. You know what I'm saying? And when it does come out, I can't wait to talk about it or whatever and stuff. Actually, when it does get into its final release and we start seeing trailers, I'll talk about it then. But because I kind of it's part of music too. So for at this point, I believe it's a loosely based story on somebody in music. So I'll say that much.
Right. And I have one on sports. I gotta wait for it to come out too. So we're kind of being held back. They're holding the cousins
Right,
back.
he holding me hostage. They was like, "Don't tell no friends. Don't get on social media. Don't do nothing." And I can't have somebody going back like, "Hey, Jay said." Okay, nah, Jay ain't said
Those,
nothing.
those dang NDAs, man.
Man, but I
So
really
the question was, if you are at the movies, it is a musical, how will you be if people are just singing in the audience?
you they got to know the songs though. How many times have you seen it? Like there that okay, so I didn't did you see the Color Purple stage play?
Yes.
Were the songs the same exact songs?
No, and I was quite disappointed. I've seen it several times.
Mhm.
And when I saw it in, I think, 2010, 2012, they changed it and I didn't like it.
They changed the stage
Because
play.
they changed the songs. And I didn't like it. They took out God is Trying to Tell You Something, which is a phenomenal
Uh,
song.
that that needed to stay in every version. I'm sorry. That song needed to stay in
Please.
every single version. That's what was disappointing to me about the movie a little bit too. I was like, there was some songs in there that I was like, oh, I'm okay with, but that I look that's my key song in The Color Purple. The Color Purple is one of the few type musical movies that I like. Like it's not I don't know. I don't even class it as a musical because it doesn't have enough songs for me to be a
Right.
musical, but I'm saying in this last version of the movie version, because the movie version is a rendition of the play. Were the songs the same as the last songs that you recall, or they was changed too?
Um, it was changed, but when we went to the Fox and we saw it the last time and it didn't have God is Trying to Tell You Something, we all were singing it on the way out of the theater because people were pissed that the song was not included. So we were all
What did
singers were belting out, the whole rendition, and we were all the chorus. We were mad.
I'm just trying to figure out what they could replace that with because that is just like the thing that just brings that whole story together in the main movie. Like, see, it's just like she starts singing and all you hear is
Yes. Well,
uh
they did
uh.
change it. They did change it to another, and my husband will know better. They changed it to a more a usual church going song, and
No,
people were like, "What? What?
no. I don't need no. I don't need no usual church going song, even if it was never would have made it by Marvin Sapp, and that's one of my favorites. I don't give a damn. I want to hear God is trying to tell you
Yes,
something. That's gonna be my end all be all to walk out of that movie theater with my tears and everything else. Talking about silly. Like I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want nothing. Don't give me nothing else. I want to be able to be like, see, see, Daddy, sinners have soul too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I
I
was
mean,
like,
that right there made me try. I literally downloaded the thing and purposely went and found that song. I mean,
yes.
that particular version, I didn't want like the edited. I wanted the actual movie version of that song. I wanted her low key singing from a whole distance in the
With the
background
piano. Du-du-dum.
with the whole choir. Just, I mean, the whole juke joint following her. I want all of that. I want to hear the people going down. I want her daughter to get ready to do her part, and she can't even get into it because her mama's screaming down the. I need all of that.
I'm with you. I needed it. We needed it too. And it was so, that was a beautiful part of seeing that. But I am with C. Golden. I don't think that this last rendition needed to be done. They didn't add much to it for me. Um,
You said what was it
I
called?
huh?
What was it called?
The Color Purple.
Oh,
I
I
don't
think
think
you
the
said
most
golden.
recent version. I don't think it needed to be done.
Yeah. Nah, I mean that's where it go. See, oh yeah, you would see golden. Okay, I see what you said. Yeah, I said the same thing too. I was like, yeah, it was great to see a whole bunch of high flash. But even with Taraji, I was like, and Taraji, she belted out some songs because I was not mad. I was not mad at it or whatever. But it's two songs, literally two songs out of that whole movie. Sister, you've
Mm-hmm.
been on my mind. I gotta hear that song,
Yup.
and I gotta hear God is trying to tell you something.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want in the rest of the movie.
Anything you want. Anything you want.
But if you don't do this too soon, the movie is not the color purple no more for me. It's just not the color purple. Y'all might as well just read me the book. I would be better off reading the book. And the book was actually really good if you never read it before.
Very, very
It's
good. I
very,
have
very
a
good.
copy, even though it was only one voice, one person
Hmm.
as a diary. It was well written.
And it's a
Oh, it
great
was
way to learn how to write a diary too. Dear God.
not only write a diary. Now you're looking at like, wait a minute, they took a dear diary and made this
Oh my
the
God.
vision
They
board.
took a dear diary that started off talking to God for most of the time, and then it transitions to her writing her letters to her sister that
Yeah,
never made it to her. And I was just like, dang, y'all did a very, very, very great job
yeah,
of
yeah.
turning that to y'all did so great job. As much as I love Danny Glover, y'all had me like everything you think.
Girl, so when it was 25 years after The Color Purple, um where I worked, we had a huge meeting and had Danny Glover come for conversations with Danny Glover. And it was one of those like, the man is tired of this. He is not Mr. You
No,
know,
he's wait. He said, "I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this shit." That's who he is now. That's who he is now.
and he does so much humanitarian work. He is more than Mister. And it's like,
Yeah, home fence to shave, Mister.
right. And we told the group, it was over 100 people. We told them, this is conversations with him. We are not bringing up Mister and all of this. We're not talking about it. And people still wanted to ask, and I had to be real rude. You know me. I'm not afraid to be
Right.
rude.
You know
Like,
what?
if you're going to talk about The Color Purple, don't come ask him a question.
That's a good thing, that you know that you're a great actor, but it sucks at the same time, is when you can make some people feel a role so much that they just will not let you live it down. But at the same time, it sucks because then you kind of get type casted for everybody. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's hard to watch. It's hard. I love me Blair Underwood, but sometimes it'd be hard to watch him because all I think about is he a villain half the time. Like just
Not in LA
cause.
Law. Not in LA Law.
No, I said half the time. It's a few movies that he's not, but it's just like with Just Cause, with what's the
Something new.
family? Yeah, family. What was the Medea, the Tyler Perry one? Family Reunion. Was it Family Reunion? He was in that one. I think it was
Yes,
Family Reunion.
I
or
think
whatnot.
so.
Yeah, I think it's Family Reunion. That's the one he was in, and he was
Yeah.
the abusive, of course, the abusive husband or whatever. But I'm
Right.
like, Just Cause messed me up because he was such a sweet person up until the end. I was just like, Blair, damn it.
And, and with something new, he was just blocking her from getting to her white king.
You know, but I mean, he's you know what, underrated actor, definitely. I feel like he's so
Yes.
underrated. I feel like he's
Yes.
so him and dang, I can see his face right now, and I just can't put his name to it. Why his face? Because he's on my Instagram, but I just cannot put his face to. He was in Paid in Full. That he's
Oh
playing
gosh,
so
yeah.
many different things.
You mean Avon Barksdale?
Mm. Is that his name? No, I feel like
No, he was.
no.
I'm talking about The Wire.
Oh, on The Wire. You know what? Funny enough, I didn't really watch all of The Wire to know every the cast.
No.
I got people that I know that was in the show, like literally know them.
What is either Wood Harris, Mackay
Yes,
Pfeiffer,
Wood
or
Harris. There we go. That's what it is.
yes, Wood Harris.
Wood
That is
Harris.
Av. He is Avon Barksdale for me in The Wire. He is not going to be any. He's surpassed Paid in Full, and he is Avon Barksdale.
Baby, I still love my Paid in Full. That's why. But because ain't nobody Mackay Pfeiffer. I'm sorry, I had a bigger crush on Mackay Pfeiffer, but yeah, he's another one that's underrated, and the one from Jason's Lyric, definitely. I can never remember his name too.
Payne.
Payne, yes.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, not Alan Payne, the
Not
brother.
Alan Payne.
Not Alan Payne, the brother. Alan Payne is very good too, but the dark skin. Let me get his name.
Not Jason Weaver.
No, 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 no. Jason Weaver is the
Oh,
homie.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, heck yeah.
Another.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you, C Golden. Yes, another. I mean, he's so underrated. He be in a whole bunch of
Yes.
stuff, and y'all, I be trying to figure it out. I be trying to figure out. It's like I don't know, y'all. People just be typecast. I know he does get typecasted a lot for a lot of similar roles or whatnot, but it be so. We got a lot of talented people in our community, and
Yes.
they just be hating on them so much. It's crazy.
Yes. But
That's crazy.
I gotta tell you, I wasn't a fan of romantic movies, so Jason's Lyric was just something to get through.
Did it?
To say I saw it.
I guess it was a romantic hood movie in a way, country hood movie. I guess I didn't really find it as a romance movie. I know it is because the whole premise is them two falling in love. But then so was the Django. Django Unchained was definitely a love story. Crazy enough, it was Quentin Tarantino's version of a love story, but it was a
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's version, just like Unalive Bill. That is a romantic movie as well. His version.
one of my faves. One of my faves. Low key Pulp Fiction is too. In one part.
It is because it's teaching you how to do a foot massage, teaching you how to take a woman out on a date. It is teaching you how to navigate, you know, and protect your partner in a robbery.
And,
I mean, Pulp
and in
Fiction
case she
is a romantic
ODs,
movie.
and in case she ODs, how to bring her back.
How to bring it back. Hey, hey, that's trippy.
Groovy, man. Oh,
Oh my gosh, that is too funny. The funny thing is my son has the Unalive Bill theme song as his ringtone. That is my child.
somebody over here does too. You know, I think they might have changed it. It was for a long time though. No, I think it still is. That
Mm.
whistle. That
Yep,
whistle. I think
yep.
it still is.
And I'm still old school. I have the Godfather. I still have the Godfather.
Nice.
And for people I know, it is Cream, Wu Tang Clan, Wu Tang Forever. is the instrumental because I can't play the words.
You know, I love cash rules everything around me.
Yup.
Green, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Mine's right now is Erica Badu or
Uh,
whatever. I can't, like, I'm too busy. I guess stuff going on. I'm in the kitchen. I'm doing all these things. I can't answer your call right now. I'm busy. I'm busy. Don't call here. I'll call you.
right? I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you. I seen it. I might have seen it. I don't know. I don't know. What you say? You need to see why Coleman Domino always putting that ish on. I'm always planning to recreate his outfits for myself.
I know. I know. He was in another recent movie. Another big blockbuster was coming out with him. I can't remember. But
No.
the movies are no longer enjoyable for me. See, my problem is I'm very particular with the movies. I would be the one that I am upset everybody's singing along with the movie because I came to see the actresses sing the songs.
Well, I think that's why they change the songs a lot of times so they you can't be singing, but it's like certain songs have to stay with certain things because that's what makes the play it sometimes the songs certain songs is like intertwined in the play so much that it has to stay there.
Yeah, but I need the quiet. I don't want to hear your cell phone
Right.
ringing. I don't need your cell phone lighting up. I need you to, that's why I need to stay in my living room. I can control that environment.
Most of the stuff I do see at home, but it'd be a few times I'd be like, I just want to go see it, and whatnot. There's some movies that I just probably is better off just me watching at home. Like, no disrespect to Terrifier, the last Terrifier, but I could have watched that at home.
Yeah, yeah.
I did go to the movies to see it just because I want to see it now, but I could have really watched that one at home or whatnot.
Well, did you? I just saw it today going along the movies. Den of Thieves 2 is coming out.
Dinner Thieves 2 and Squid Games 2
Squid Games 2
coming
is
out in
coming out.
December. You know what, I did see
And
the Den of Thieves trailer a while back. I don't know if I was in the. That's the one thing I like going to the movies for is to get all the trailers. I'm so terrible. And then I'll be sitting there talking
okay.
about, did I see this movie already? I'm so retarded because I don't seen the trailer. I'll be getting to watch the movie. I'll be like, didn't I watch this already? But yeah, Den of Thieves 2. Actually, it looked like it's gonna be good too. Because I did from the first one's ending. And I think that was a well written movie because it was giving me Usual Suspects in a new version. And if y'all know me, I love the Usual Suspects. Um,
Love.
and I loved how that movie ended the way it did. So I was glad to see that O'Shea Jackson will be back for part two or whatnot.
And
Don't ask me what the cop name is, but yes, and what's his name? You Google it right now while you looking at me crazy.
Gerard Butler.
Okay. Yeah,
But
he
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know who I liked in Den of Thieves 1? Oh gosh, that dude's brother. The one who's the head of the group. His name is let me look him up.
I was gonna say to you, I thought you just pulled it up so see who.
No, no, no. I was looking up something else.
Oh, okay.
Pablo Schreiber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I really liked him from his earlier stuff. And then too, he was Nicky on The Wire. So my Wire actors kind of stick with me on The Wire. And his brother is Liev Schreiber.
Liv Schreiber.
So yeah, and I really like him in a lot of his stuff. But I really like Pablo.
I just
I like.
realized it's the 22nd, and what Gladiator 2 came out. I want to check that out. I enjoyed the first one. I I wonder if I want to see that one in the movies. I think I want to see that in surround sound though. I think I do. Like not surround, but IMAX, Dolby sound because I just like
I'm
that.
I'm a fan of Pedro Pascal.
I definitely am.
Yes.
Did you watch Last of Us?
Yes. Oh, my teenager made me watch Last of Us. Okay. Mom, it's a video game.
It so
Mom.
is a video game. But you know what? I didn't know it was a video game before I watched it. I'm not gonna hold you because when I was still working, one of the young guys there, he was telling me all about the video games, and he was like, "Yeah, so far it's so much just like the game." So I was like, oh, "Okay."
Yes. He loved it. And we watched it as it came out like every Sunday
Hmm.
because, it's a tag team. My eldest likes Game of Thrones with me. So we used to watch every Sunday. He's like, "Well, you can watch Last of Us with me." And I'm like, "What the heck is this?" But it was good.
Yeah,
It was good. But yeah, Pascal, yeah, he's
and
underrated.
he's underrated too. But I'm not gonna hold him as underrated because he is coming up more now that
Hmm.
we starting to see him in more things. So he might just get his just due like he should. But
But he's
certain.
so much. He should already be there.
Yeah, but but sometimes they're not just familiar to everybody. It's just people that watch some of the stuff that he's been in or recognize him. Because when you go back and you see a lot of old movies, you be like, "Is that Brad Pitt in the back? Like, that's Johnny." Oh wow, I watched this movie so many times and didn't even recognize them because they've changed over the years. So it's probably one of them
I
situations.
feel like I've seen him in everything. He
I've
was
seen
in
him in a lot
Wonder
of stuff.
Woman. He was in tons of stuff.
He's in tons of stuff, but it's not lead roles. That's what I'm saying. Like, so now that he's getting that shine as a lead in a lot of
Yeah,
things.
he was the lead in Wonder Woman. He was the lead villain. Um, he was a title character in The Kingsman. Yeah, he's not top bill. You're right. He's not top bill,
Mhm.
but he's right under there.
He's getting there. He's there right now. I think The Last of Us has helped move that needle for him because a lot of times when you get a TV series and stuff like that, and you hold it down to getting to a few seasons, it helps a lot. See, we're just going to see him in Gladiator, but there's about to be about 4 or 5 other movies that's going to come out soon with him all in it. And then the thing too is that a lot of times that movies be held due to post production so long that it's not until we start seeing them on other stuff, and it's all of a sudden all they movies come out at the same time, which they've been working some years in the past on them. So we'll see. We'll see how that
To
goes.
answer UC Golden, there's no information on when the next Mandalorian is coming out. Now, I used to be all up in it, but
That writer
I
strike has
have,
slowed that down.
yeah, I've kind of backed off of that a bit. I
Yeah.
wasn't a fan of Baby Yoda. I'm sorry. I prefer the full grown. I prefer full grown.
And
and,
Disney do their own thing sometimes. So I don't know what
yeah,
the
and
because
then
Marvel's Vision just did one episode and it was just like then they moved on to some other things. So
yeah, because I said something the other day with my boys, and I said, "Oh, they were showing me something with somebody had a short or something." And I was like, "Oh, that looks like Kylo Ren's lightsaber," and they're like, "Mom, Kylo Ren was the first movie." I'm like, "That doesn't negate the character."
don't tell me what I know, son.
Right, right. Don't make me take you back to the original before you were born.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Do not age shame me, okay?
Right. Right. What is this? Was something else that was coming out soon that I'm looking forward to? Um,
Another underrated is, and I'm going to, and I'm please respectfully, I'm going to mess up his name. Giancarlo Esposito.
let me see. I need a face for him.
He is Gus on Breaking Bad.
Okay. It
He
is
was
spelled
the
John.
gangster Gus, the chicken guy.
Child, y'all be mad at me because it was a period I was just not watching TV.
Oh,
It was a period. You know what? I do that from time to time. That's why sometimes it'd be even hard to talk because oh, he's not. So he's in
Tell
no,
it.
he's not underrated to me, like, because I see him in so much things, but I think he just doesn't get the big enough roles like he's supposed to.
Exactly.
He don't get the big enough
Exactly.
roles. I don't know if he's not going out for those roles or whatever and stuff,
Maybe because
but
he
he's
was in that
hey,
Dracula movie. I didn't expect to see him in Dracula's
he's
daughter movie.
he's in that. He's in just now. I just watched another movie. It wasn't too bad. It's Metropop Metropolis or something like that. Is
Yeah. Uh huh. Uh
he's
huh.
in that or whatnot. It's a few other things. He was in Knives Out. There's a few other things that he's in. It's just he's just in things. He's always just in things. But I never. There's very few roles that I actually see him that are just like the big roles. You
Yeah.
know who he reminds me of? Like an older version of Miguel Nunez.
Yes. Yes. But you see, he will forever be Big Brother Almighty to me.
Hello. Hello. I'm
Yes,
over
he's
here
grown up to
looking
be
for.
Gus, but you know,
Oh, I'm sorry, Megalopolis, Megala. Why can I just not say this right now? Do the right thing.
yep.
That's what it was. The Boys. I was like, he was just saying something else that I was just watching. He's in the Boys, and then I guess he's in
Yes.
the new Captain America coming up.
Yes.
Abigail.
Yes.
That's what you were talking about as the vampire movie.
Abigail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Gentleman, The Maladorian. He's in. See, he's even in The Usual Suspects. I remember him in
Yes, he is. He
Maxine.
is.
I watched Maxine. He was in that. I don't think I
He
watched
said, "Tell,
Columbus Day.
tell me what you know about."
I can talk about the Usual Suspects. I know we's not supposed to like. I know we're not supposed to like him anymore.
I
But
know, but we can talk about Kaiser Soze.
his acting, because American Beauty, damn it, American Beauty was good. But
Girl, girl, America. There was, and I have to say, when I was a huge movie, buff, when all the way back when Netflix used to mail you the discs.
mm-hmm.
But when it started streaming and we would watch everything, we would just turn into, okay, what is an actor we liked? And we
Yep.
just watch all their movies. And I did that with him.
I mean, I would literally just watch stuff because he was in it. Same. Just like what
Yes.
was House of Cards? I didn't care to watch it, but
Yes.
I watched it. It was good though. It's actually good. It was
Girl.
actually good.
Girl.
Ah,
Girl.
that's that. I mean, I got actors that get me like that. Denzel, which is funny. Denzel has a magic. Denzel has a magic because there's very few actors that I could watch and it's just I know it's them. Denzel has a voice and a walk and a certain mannerism that you just know it's Denzel, but he still has this magic that I see the character he's playing every single time, even though I look at Denzel. And I'm a compare this with Beyonce. Beyonce, I cannot see the actor. I see Beyonce.
But my husband just saw Fences with Denzel the other day. And
For the first
again,
time.
it's one for the first time. And this is the frustrating part because I have seen the play several
Mm-hmm.
times. I have seen the video version of the play with Luke, I am your father. Um,
Oh, rest in peace. Rest
yes,
in
I've
peace.
seen Fences, but again, as you said, you see the character, but you still see Denzel, and he did a very compelling role in
Did
playing
you
the dad in Fences.
did you watch the stage play with Denzel? Did you get that one?
Uh, yes, I've seen that one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I prefer stage, but this was still well done. But my husband just didn't know about Fences, and now I had to go into the whole thing about Fences and why it's such a great play, what it's supposed to be teaching you, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So my actors that I love to watch: Denzel, Johnny Depp, Joaquin Phoenix. Um, we just named that shall not be named.
Mm, can't call his name.
I'm sorry you did what you did, so I can't. I
Louis
can't.
Gossett Jr.
Um, him. Who? There's. I'm missing somebody on my list right now because Brad Pitt. Um, Bruce Willis.
No Danny Glover.
Danny, I don't mind. I watch a lot of movies with Danny. Regardless, I think it's just more so the movie that he's in or whatever. But I'm not gonna say that I would purposely seek out Danny Glover or whatnot.
Okay. Okay.
Who did I just left off with just now because it was somebody that just came to mind after I said that person. And Robert De Niro.
Okay. Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. I won't. Al Pacino is tricky. I won't necessarily purposely just seek out to watch his stuff, but if I see that he's in it, I'm more inclined to watch it because
Okay.
Al got a lot of stuff. Al got a lot of stuff, but and I mean, I'm not gonna take away Al, especially for this man's age. Like you've been doing a daggone thing. You was 30 in your first movie, convincing me like you was still like under some age or whatever stuff like that. Al is that dude. I ain't gonna hold you because I do watch movies just because Al is on there. I do watch a lot of movies just because Al is on there. The reason I put Robert De Niro on that list is because I like comedy. And him and Bruce Willis for me is two serious actors that can do comedy so freaking well. It's hilarious. Like because they're such good straightforward actors, they make the scene so much better. Like Bruce Willis in Red is hilarious.
Yes.
If
Dry
you
humor. Don't forget my, John Malkovich. I love him.
Colin Farrell, I see somebody, yeah. Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin
Yes,
Phoenix is
you said
another
him.
one. He's
Hmm.
very good. But if you ever really want to see Bruce Willis shine in comedy, his Saturday Night Live skits, every single time I watch them skits, I don't care which one it is, but it's particularly the army one. That one right there, he had even the people, he even had the cast crying, like laughing. They was trying to hold in their laughter with him. I was like, what is wrong with this man? Because he don't break character. I love when you can do comedy and you just really don't break character for crap. Like I love that about I like certain actors. But top Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is like one of my very top.
Yes.
I mean, I watched roles from Johnny Depp that I would probably never watch. The one I'm going to get it wrong because he's impersonating a former director who used to cross dress or whatnot, and I'm like, just to watch him play that guy, I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna get
Hmm.
the name for you to watch him play that guy and be so in tune with that man, like you could put it screen by screen, and he's doing everything verbatim. It's crazy to me. I love that. He's 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 more of a method character actor, which I really do
Hmm.
like. And Jack Nicholson.
Oh, heck yeah. Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman is another good one. I like Dustin. And I won't say I will purposely seek out all of his movies, but I do like Titanic, DiCaprio.
I mean, but DiCaprio hasn't done a whole bunch.
He hasn't done a whole bunch, but when he does them, they're pretty good
Yeah.
movies. He does pretty good.
Yes, C. Golden. I was waiting for that name.
Jeffrey Wright.
Mm, that
Not
man
so.
can do no wrong.
Not.
Stage, movie, that man can do no wrong. There will be no disrespect of Jeffrey Wright in my presence.
But Denzel, baby, Denzel had me since Ricochet. Technically, Devil in the Blue Dress, but Ricochet,
Right.
I don't know why he had the pedophile beard mustache in it, but he's still running down that street with the robe on and the boxers. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Denzel Washington, but your man.
I see. Welcome in, Trey. Corbin Dallas. Corbin.
Corbin Dallas. Oh, I love. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Bruce Willis has a way. Bruce Willis has a way. Even though Corbin Dallas, Corbin,
But
that's
you
my
see
boy.
Bruce Willis since Moonlighting, if you knew
Yeah,
Bruce
no,
Willis.
that's a real like no Bruce Willis in Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
Why he looked so
Yes.
old though in that movie though? Why they aged him up so much? He looked older than he did in every movie after that. I was like, why he look so old? I thought he was so old when I was young, but I love that movie. He had me going. And to speak on the women's side of it, Meryl Streep, baby.
Ooh. Oh, golly. That woman
Meryl
could do no
Streep.
wrong.
That woman right there, boy, baby. That woman right there, she does her thing, okay? Of course, who's a very good actor he wanted to be an actor, but he went into music first. Who is kind of a little bit underrated, but that's because he went into music first. Is Mos Def. Mos
Yes.
Def
Oh,
is a
heck yeah.
talented actor.
Oh, something the Lord made?
Yes.
What? What? If you want to see his depth, that is one
That
of the best movies.
that movie right there, and if you want to go to his comedy range, just him and Brown Sugar, his little role in Brown
Yes.
Sugar, I was just like, "Why leave Queen Latifah alone, sir? Sir, leave her alone. You should." But it's so cute. You know why they made the flue glass like this? Cause, but yes, the something the Lord has made. When I said I seen Most Definitely, I had to call him by his actual name. I was like, okay.
Yes. You had to call him
Yourself.
by the name that he
Okay.
uses in the academy.
Yourself. I see you, boy.
Oh yeah. He took that movie over. Completely he took that movie over.
Completely over. Completely over. I said, I
Now
don't know
now
who.
now for the chat and the audience, Jay and I have never discussed movies. So the fact that we both know the same movies is astonishing.
We both like the same movies. It's astonishing.
Yes, yes, Devil Wears Prada.
That's why I
Glenn
said. That's why I
Close.
had to go with her because, baby, I mean, she's got so much other stuff before because she brought to mind when I said the death becomes her because her Goldie Hawn was my girl back then and stuff, but
Yeah. But you know when she was my girl? In Damages.
and Damages was a
Yes.
good movie. Damages was a good movie.
Oh, and I met her only because of her haircut. She wore that haircut in New York. She was still rocking it while they were filming. I met her in the subway one time.
How
I was
crazy
like,
her range is that we just watched her telling somebody, "I can smell your nappy." Why she convinced me she was a hood mama too? I said, "What?" This lady went from wearing Prada to smoking cigarettes.
she was a powerhouse in Dangerous Liaisons.
Ah, yeah.
Back in the day with John Malkovich, she was a powerhouse.
Y'all
I
couldn't
was like,
tell her nothing, baby. Baby.
girl,
She's still doing her thing. I'm not gonna hold her like well, I'm not
yes,
gonna talk to her in past tense like she ain't. Glenn Close, yes. Glenn
yes,
Close, Sandra Bullock. I'm trying to think of who's underrated for the women. Because I know it's a lot of underrated men, but woman you know who's underrated, especially for our community? Regina Hall.
yes, definitely,
I know
definitely,
she's starting to get a lot of her flowers and her accolades now. And it's weird because it took a long time for Regina King to get her accolades, which was really surprising to me too. But Regina Hall, that's somebody with some range too.
yes, yes, totally co-sign that.
Mad range. I'm like, I every time I just see her, I'm like, they should be trying to just offer you movie after movie after movie, ma'am, because I just don't get it why you just stuck in the black market only for the most part.
Right. I don't know. Has she curated herself like that? I don't know.
Monica Calhoun is another one. But, Monica kinda took the Miguel Nunez, and I guess because they were linked together at one point, but she took the Miguel Nunez route of trying to just do behind the scenes work and producing and all that stuff. But Monica Calhoun is another underrated from The Best Man, The Wife, Mia and stuff, Players Club. She got a great range too. I don't know if it's because of her child's condition, why she's backseat or whatnot. She has a blind, sight restricted child. So
Right.
I
Hmm.
don't know if that's the reason why her career took the back seat that it did, or she just picked up the roles that she did and didn't go mainstream with a lot of stuff. But I think she should have, personally. Who
But
else?
but you know, I have to go back in the day, and you know, Grace Jones, she she could have gone so far,
I don't.
so much further than Stranger.
I think Grace started to focus more on her music and
Hmm.
things, and just kind of left the acting alone, kind of like after Boomerang. You would see her like cameo here and there and some stuff, but I think she started focusing back on just the music and fashion of things.
Yeah, because she was
Grace.
good in Conan. She was good in Conan.
Hmm.
Much better than I thought. I was like, no,
Hmm.
girl,
It's
no.
Conan was written for her.
Yes.
Mad Max, those things are just like up her alley or whatnot. But she took me out in Strange, like a Strange child. She took me out.
This is the échange. This is the échange. I cannot work with that
When she
woman.
got off that daggone thing. Yeah. Ah,
I have to zipple because I'm drooling.
right. No, I think it's a shadow of her. Baby, Boomerang, child. We got to get Seaway. We got to have a movie night for Seaway to get to watch the
Oh
Boomerang.
my gosh, all of these we're talking about. Seaway is gonna be. I haven't heard of that.
Never heard of it. Um, Dang,
Well,
who
he
else?
Trey is bringing up Wesley Snipes.
Um, no, I love Wesley. Baby, you can tell me Demolition Man,
Oh heck yeah.
him and Sylvester Stallone and that together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
What do I
I
do with the seashells?
yeah, figured out.
What are you doing? I need paper.
Ah. Oh, I
But
mean, I
yes,
love Blades. I love the Blade trilogy or whatnot. Yeah, Wesley is definitely I don't consider he wasn't underrated at his time either. He was there.
no,
He was the man in
he's
his
there.
time.
Yeah.
He was definitely on his stuff when he was on it.
Yes.
Um, but I'm trying to think of women that I just watch and it's just like why you just didn't outside of our community because we know why our community don't get the recognition a lot of times that they
How
deserve.
about Alfre Woodard?
She's like who we mentioned earlier, um Gomez, Gonzalez.
Yes.
She's like
Yes.
him,
Yes, she
like him.
is.
She's in roles.
Hmm.
Her and Loretta Devine. I think
Yes.
Loretta gets a little bit more
Hmm.
recognition than Alfre, but Alfre, she actually got Meryl Streep range.
Yes.
She got
Yes.
good range.
Definitely. Kathy Bates range.
Kathy Bates. Oh my god, I love Kathy Bates. Now
Yes.
Kathy Bates is a woman. If she in some stuff, I was happy when she signed up of American Horror Stories for them seasons that she was in it, Coven and how you say it,
Roanoke. Yes.
Roanoke. Yes, Kathy Bates. She did her that actually she in both seasons. In both of them seasons,
Yes.
she did the daggone thing, baby. Kathy Bates, Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett. I know she gets her recognition, but I think she deserves way freaking
Way
more.
more. Yes.
Way freaking and in person, she is so gorgeous.
Yes.
She is so freaking
Yes.
gorgeous. She's so, and I mean, not just gorgeous to look at. She on the inside out, you feel her energy. She just seems like she's just a pleasure to be around. Like she's just that cool auntie that you just want to go over to her house all the time
Right.
and
Right.
just hang out.
And you could show up unannounced.
Mm-hmm. But you said Angela looks regal in person. Which Angela Jolie? Is that the Angela you speaking of?
No, I think it's the Angela Bassett.
Oh, Angela. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But Kathy Bates, her line in The Family That Prays, I'm not, it's not about you. It's your private thoughts that give me pause. When she delivered that line, I was like, okay,
With that little
Kathy, you
accent
didn't
she
have to
had,
kill him.
little accent she put on
Yes,
it.
yes. You didn't have to kill him. You didn't have to execute them, Kathy. Come on now.
I love
Oh,
Kathy Bates. I love me some Kathy Bates. She is one that her and Sarah Paulson.
yes. Well, Sarah is the face of the franchise.
He's the face of the franchise, but I went and watched Ratchet just because she was in it. I watched a few other movies just because Sarah Paulson is in it. I love her.
Yes.
And the other Sarah that is in American Horror Story. Is her name Sarah too? The other one,
I think it.
American HS cast. Let me see what her name was.
I didn't think it was Sarah.
Jessica Lange. That's who. No,
Right.
that's who. Yeah, Jessica Lange. She be doing her daggone thing too.
Yeah.
She definitely does it. Even Evan Peters, since we talking about American Horror Story, he's moving his way up. He's been rocking out. He's actually been writing some of the stuff too.
Yes, he has been, and I think Finn Whitrock,
Mm-hmm.
who played Dandy, I think
Mm-hmm.
he wrote or directed some things too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they've been moving
Speaking of
along with her.
which, I did read the other day that, of course, it'll be back in 2025 because they want to bring back at the same time. But Sarah is slated right now to possibly be back this upcoming season. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to her being back. I hope they do a Ratchet season 2. That need to come back. You didn't like it? I know the visual effects, it gives you a little headache, a little, especially if you in the spaz community, no disrespect, but the lighting, the color scheme sometimes be a little hard, but I like Ratchet. Ratchet was cool. I was like, how's she gonna get away with some of this stuff?
Right. And he just Ratchet is like, how did you even come up with this?
Because it's based off the actual Nurture Ratchet stuff.
You know who I like too? Minnie Driver.
Mini Driver.
Yes. She was an oddball like myself.
I don't think Diane
But
Keaton is underrated though.
no. Nicole Bahari, I think she's up and coming still.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's kind of following the path of oh gosh, I just forgot the name. She's following a set path, and she's definitely in the trajectory of you know getting up there. She's just taking, the elevator is still going to the top floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like for the most part, outside of our community, most of the women tend to get their recognition a little bit better than I think the men do. And I mean, it just because maybe it's because it's a bunch of men competing for the
Could
spots
be.
and stuff, and then I don't know, I don't know, but I feel like the women do get a lot of their recognitions and stuff. Because I'm really trying to think of who I really love, but I just be feeling like they don't just get, they just do.
Right.
Like
I
I can
agree
only
with
think of
you.
people in our community. That's the only thing is like I can only think of people in our community, and we already know why for the most part because it's just like they all competing for the same roles within our community,
Exactly. It's
and
very
so
narrow. It's very narrow. The roles are made for a specific type rather
mhm,
than allow folks to come in and apply and put their best foot forward.
yeah, but
You know who I really like, and hubby and I, we really enjoy watching his performances, is Orlando Jones.
love Orlando Jones. I've been loving
Um,
Orlando Jones since Mad TV.
yes, yes,
Hey, when
Paris.
you out there like, so what you want? I got a package for you.
Yes, yes. hello, sir. I'm selling a few
Hello.
magazines for my.
Okay, since we are here, tell me this. So you clearly watch Mad TV.
Yes.
Mad TV
Stewart!
versus Mad TV versus SNL.
Oh, Mad TV. Come on now. Come
Thank
on
you.
now.
Thank you.
Mad
Thank you.
TV.
Thank you. I mean,
Look
SNL
what
had
I can
people.
do.
Don't get me wrong. SNL had people. You got Eddie Murphy. You got
Yes.
uh Farrell. Was it not Colin Farrell? Yeah, you had Will Farrell. Hell, from time to time, for a minute, they had people, but I mean, the skits that was
Yes.
on Mad TV.
Yes. Yes.
Mad TV was giving the Living Color a run for his money for me, like.
Yes. Yes.
Cause I'm like, you can't beat Story, you can't beat Miss Swan, you can't beat the UPS guy. I mean, they had characters, they was in
I
it.
tell you everything. I tell you
I tell you
everything.
everything. He looking like a man. And she used to be in her head. He was dark like a raven. His eyes were shot. And what did he look like, Miss Swan? Like a man.
And the
Oh,
cast, and as you said, just like in Living Color, the cast went on to do so much,
so much.
so much. Oh my god, I used to love to just see whatever Deborah Wilson was going to do and pull off. I mean, I really liked that cast, and I felt like I wanted to know more about that cast than I did SNL. That was
Mm-hmm.
just me.
Same. Same. I watched that cast like it was a series. Like I really look forward to every Saturday night, Friday night if it came on. But it was Saturday. It came on Saturdays too, I think. Saturdays or Fridays. Was it Fridays? When did it
I
come on?
can't remember,
I
but I
can't
used to get
remember now.
Mad Magazine too, so I
Yeah.
was I was a
I like
mad
Mad
person.
Magazine. A Spy versus Spy was my thing. You'll still hear me talk about it
Yes,
now. You know what I'm saying? I used to love that little skit when Spy versus Spy come on in between some stuff. That it used to be hilarious. I love Mad TV. That I mean, comedy was at its high. I can't even imagine. Like, we can't even do none of that stuff now. We can't do
none,
none of
none.
no Living Color. SNL has part of its flavor is kind of gone because it gets a little controversy and people get mad. But Mad TV and Living Color would never make it in this day and age.
At all.
Never.
At
Why?
all.
Why do some people dislike Sanaa Lathan? Never understood. I don't know. Maybe because they might just link her to her dad and just feel like she's privileged. Maybe because her dad is a director. I don't know why. I don't know why people dislike her. I mean, to be honest with you, I was in her very first movie, which was Love and Basketball. I was pregnant with my daughter at that time, and they did it at the high school I graduated at. So I did my last year at Crenshaw High out here, and I happened to come back. I come back to visit because I was away at college, and I come back to visit, and they were filming, and so my basketball coach was like, "They need players." So actually, my homegirl, which I used to call my little twin because she was on the JV team when I was on the varsity team, she's playing literally. She's the one who's defending her in the Dorsey uniform while we're laughing because that's at Crenshaw, and she's in the Dorsey. She's in our rivals uniform, defending her.
Oh
That's my little
no.
twin. That was my little twin, and I'm in. Child, I was flirting with Boris Kudrow. That was before he was married. He wasn't married to that lady yet.
Was not lady's husband yet.
He wasn't
But
that lady husband yet. Okay, granted, I was somebody baby mama on the way, but
right, all the way out there. All the way out there.
I was somebody baby mama, but I wasn't showing yet, so it was okay. But that's the part of the reason I couldn't play in the basketball scene. Otherwise, y'all would have actually seen me in the basketball scene. Y'all would have actually seen me
That would have
playing
been
probably
awesome.
defense. Yeah, it actually been me playing defense, but because my coach knew I was pregnant, he was like, "Yeah, no, sit your."
But I wasn't a fan of Love and Basketball.
Ah, that was my movie.
I know, but I wasn't a fan of Jason's lyric either. So
Uh,
it
yeah.
stands to reason. But I just haven't seen her in a movie that's really in depth and a depth and breadth of character. I kind of saw a glimpse of it in something new when she did that one, but
Mhm.
for as far as depth of a character, I haven't seen anything with her. So I wouldn't say I don't like her, but I just don't see the draw, if that makes sense.
I personally be wondering why people like no disrespect to her at all, but why can't Gabrielle Union?
I love Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, and I'll be trying to figure out why. I mean, outside of what was the TV show she had on BT? I like that. What was it called? With the post-its everywhere. What was her name in that? Because it was titled after her, the character name.
And I just had it.
I know. Mary Jane, being Mary Jane. I did like
Yes.
that. And that was when I actually started liking Gabrielle more. But I think because Love and Basketball was one of her first roles too, and we had to sit on set and I was aggravated while being pregnant because I couldn't get to no lunch or nothing like that while she tried to get her lines right. Because all she had, it was like, girl, I don't want to be thirsty. It's like, girl, just give it a no. Say you don't want to be thirsty so I can go eat, girl. I'm hungry.
But she was the nemesis too in To Complete That
Used to
Game.
play that game or whatever. But it was like, I think that's probably why I was just like, all her roles are the same. And it wasn't for me until being Mary Jane that it expanded a
Right.
bit.
And I didn't like being Mary Jane.
That's funny. The one I like, Reg, you know.
Right, right. And I didn't, y'all really gonna dislike me for this one. I didn't like Kerry Washington's one.
Which one?
Scandal.
Oh,
Scandal.
Scandal. You
I
know,
did
and
not like that. From the
I only like
pilot, I stopped watching it.
I only like Kerry Washington because I always make fun. She acts with her lips. I
Yes, she does. She does. She does. She totally does.
It's like
I'm not.
Whitney Houston sings with her lips, but Kerry Washington acts with her lips. And ever
Yes,
since Save the Last Dance and her,
I did not like Save the Last Dance.
because it was a love story, we know. But I'm just saying, Kerry Washington and that, and them damn lips, and
Well, Something New was a love story. I liked that one, but I guess it hit a little too close to home. That's why I liked it.
she said she
But
hated to watch Shonda Rhimes. Scandal wasn't bad until like it started getting to later seasons. It was like, okay, now y'all over the top. She just openly with the president now. Okay,
right,
like what? All right.
I was like, this woman of power. We finally have a black woman of power shaking up the White House, and
And
she's
she's
got to
still a
be the
mistress.
mistress.
She's still a mistress.
She's a mistress. Oh hell no! I'm not watching this. I turned it off. I was
Her
done.
daddy is another underrated actor, though. The guy that played her daddy,
Yes,
though, that's another
yes,
underrated actor for me too.
yes.
I
Oh gosh, who is this actor? You made me think of him in House of Cards. He's passed away, but he's another great underrated actor. He was also in The Wire. In House of Cards, he was the guy who owned the restaurant that he liked, the barbecue joint.
It's been a while since I watched House of Cards.
I know.
I mean, it's so sad that show came out and then that reputation.
Reg E. Cathy. Reg E. Cathy.
Reggie Cathy.
Yes, Trey, I like a good love story, but it cannot be too sappy. It cannot be, ugh. I mean, it's just, don't, golly. It can't be just over the top sappy, and I think all of them are. Jason's lyric, that ain't never gonna happen. Honey, all that stuff ain't gonna happen. Best Man, yes, that would have happened.
Well,
we would have known somebody.
Maybe because it's the acting, how they acted out or something.
I don't know.
I like rom-coms. If I watch romance, I like a comedy. I like a good 10 Things I Hate About You, or
Didn't like it.
I like those type of things where it's just like stupid funny comedy.
Okay, here's one that I did like. I liked Hitch.
I was about to say funny. Hitch is good.
It was funny.
That's just because black people's in it. Racist. No, you playing?
Maybe. But I didn't like Love and Basketball. So, I mean, it can't
but
be
Love and Basketball wasn't really a rom-com, though. It was more of a romance drama.
My husband just watched Focus.
Focus was great. I like Focus.
Right. I
Will Smith
really
is
like
another one that
Focus.
I would watch the movies. I even went and watched that daggone Wild Wild West. Now I was disappointed. I was like, see, you turned down the Matrix for this?
Right. Right. We could have had you in the Matrix but you need to stay over there.
Oh,
Yes,
you
Trey,
know
it's the
what?
story for me. I need to be compelled by the story. And I
Yeah.
liked Focus because and I love a good mystery, but I'm being desensitized because and I have to keep myself quiet because every time it comes around the who done it, I blurt out the
Mm.
whole who done it. And my husband is like, "Okay, there goes the movie." They go I mean, really? Did you have to say it out loud? So, he has the story. I need the story.
Not that I was
But I
distracted
was
by the
raised
way
on
by the
horror.
storyline.
I was raised as a horror kid. I was watching Fright Night at 12. So that I think too is warped my sense of movies.
That cannot that is not warped your sense. I've been watching horror since horror been watching me, child. That is not what warped your sense of movies. Just you, Elsie. You just don't like love, okay? You don't like love in that way. You like your
I'm
version of
like it's
love would be a
savvy.
horror. It would be a horror story of the couple getting together, making out just before they die.
Right.
Because I definitely watch horrors. If I go back to horror, some of the okay, so childhood horror movies that scared the crap out of me, and I'm
Mm.
still to this day because things that are more realistic gets me every time. But there's one movie besides The Puppet Master. The Puppet Master was real great, but Dolls. I don't know if y'all ever watched the movie Dolls. It came out around the time Puppet Master came out, but it was a doll maker. So the storylines is almost similar, but it was a doll maker in a house that was making dolls, but they end up being like souls of real people. So it's that, like I say, Puppet Master, and it was so close. But as a kid watching this stuff and you got dolls, you're like, okay,
All over my room.
good night, baby, good night, I love you. Don't kill me, I love you.
Yeah, I remember it. I had to go look at the poster. Yes, I do remember. But yeah, Fright Night got me because we had a strange neighbor
Ugh.
that kept strange hours. So in watching, and I wasn't supposed to watch it. I was probably 8 or 9. Wasn't supposed to watch it, and I watched it. And we had a strange neighbor that was up all hours of the night, but then nothing moving in the house during the day. So that's why I think that one kind of caught me.
I was thinking the same thing, Trey, before we switched up. I was thinking, I was like, I don't know. Just the same way that I feel like Tupac in Baby Boy. I don't know. But I know that John Singleton rewrote the script after Tupac's passing. So he might have a whole different version of how Baby Boy was supposed to play out. Because I just can't see Tupac in the role that Tyrese played. And just the same way as that, I just can't see Will Smith in the role that
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves played or whatnot. Now, if I'm gonna talk about Keanu Reeves though for a second, child, the ventures ability.
Girl, the misadventures.
What? And then no, and then I want a fried rice, a dim sum. I love, but I say I grew up horror. Okay, so my genre would have been comedy, horror, suspense, thriller, action. And then like everything else after that, like romance and all that stuff was like way down there, rom
Way
coms and
down.
all that. But my thing would have
Way down.
definitely went horror, comedy, or back and forth. Those two would have overlapped, like because how I was structured when I was little, especially if I was home alone, I would watch a horror, but before I went to sleep, I had to watch something else. So it'd be like, let me watch a comedy. Let me watch a comedy to lighten up my mood, because I would watch things and things would be happening in real life at the same time that was happening in the movie. Like I was watching some movie, and I don't know what this movie is called to this day. I can't remember, but it had some worm-like thing that was slinking and eating people, but it kept raining through most of the movie. And outside, conveniently, it was raining outside. I was like, oh, and then you could see the light from the thunder and the shadows. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch something else. I can't go to bed off this. Then when Freddy Krueger, when the boy got sucked through the waterbed, guess who had a
Girl.
I literally slept on the edge of that waterbed that night. I was like,
Girl, girl, my uncle had a water bed, and that was the guest room bed. And when I visited him, heck no, I'm not sleeping on that water
I
bed.
literally took the sheets off. I looked at the water bed and I was like, you know what? F it. I'm sleeping on the side. I'm sleeping on the side. I was on on the frame of the water bed because I was like, I cannot do it.
No, I'll sleep on the floor. I think I slept on the couch one night, but I was not sleeping on that water bed. Mm-mm.
I'm still trying to think of the ideal water bed. I ain't gonna say I had the best sleep in a water bed. I ain't gonna say like it wasn't a bad experience sleeping in a water bed, but it
It
wasn't.
depends on how much water.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it don't, if your water went down, you was going down with it. Don't get a leak. Don't get a leak. Don't get a leak. You done peed on yourself all day.
What? And don't, it has to have enough water. Because if I'm hearing goo goonk all night, I will not sleep.
Mm-hmm. You
But yeah, I was
know,
a Freddie fan. I had a
hey,
sweater.
Freddie,
I
fan.
wanted the whole, I was a Jason fan. I mean, I was a fan of longevity of film. Chucky, heck yeah. And then
Chucky was
I
another
have
one
a
that
cut.
scared me at first too.
Yeah, I had a cousin, and we would just hang out, just going over movie lines, and we would
Freddie,
annoy everybody.
Freddie worked for me because it hit both horror and comedy. And I know a lot of people's like, what do you mean by comedy? Which is
It
funny to
does.
Freddie. He always calls somebody a B. Kung Fu this B.
Yes, yes.
Always call somebody a B. And he always had a funny little line, some little line in there that was just funny. I
Quirky.
it was just the timing of the line, it would just always hit or whatever because it
Robert Ingold. People don't understand how great Robert Ingold was.
yeah. Unfortunately, Freddy Cougar kind of just like locked him in.
Yes.
Because even when I see him in other things, I never catch the name of this movie, but it's a movie that seems to come on real late night or whatever. I never get the name of it, but they live in a town where some stuff came, the stuff like dust or something came and was, when if it landed on you, it basically ate your skin alive or whatever. But he was this ringmaster at this place where they had tortured souls or whatever. They had him drugged up, and he still had the Freddy Cougar humor in this movie as well.
Retrospective? No.
Let me see. Hold up. Let me see.
Yeah, I really like Robert Ingold as a character.
And I can't watch no new Freddy because it's just you
Well,
can't
it
put
depends on
nobody
the
in
actor.
there. Hmm?
Yeah, it depends on the actor too. I mean, I really wish they
It's
would
not
just leave it alone. But if they have to do it, they have to stay true to. You don't have to redo exactly another Freddy, but you could stay true to why there was a Freddy.
mm-hmm.
That's why I think it kind of, and I'm a Stephen King fan, huge Stephen King fan. That's why I think it remake was so necessary and done so well, because it kind of, it changed some things, but it stayed true to the story. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, practitioner her. Pet Cemetery. I love Pet Cemetery. Oh my gosh, I love the first one. Not so much the second one.
So I'm weird when it comes to Stephen King because the endings are always to me like in a lot of his stuff. It's like we be doing good. He like a Lil Wayne song. We be doing good through the whole verse, and then all of a sudden be like, "What's his last two bars? Like what the hell was you talking about?"
That
Because
that's because it's not the book. The book
I
always
know,
lands.
but it like it. We got a whole clown that is really a alien spider. Like what the French toast? Like what
Yes, there
what
are weird
and
things happening in this neighborhood.
yeah and what is it? House
Everything
of
happens
Night.
in New England.
I always have to bring up this one because the whole house just disappearing and leaving was just like I think it's house. I always get this name wrong. Let me bring it up because I can never remember the name of it. I do this every single time, which is funny. Every time somebody asks me about this. that movie, and I can never remember the name of the movie off
Hey,
top.
I was part of Stephen King's fan club. I had the hardcover books. I've read his,
Now,
most of his books, and I am a Stephen King fan.
there are
Skinwalkers, girl.
I like Sleepwalkers. Did you say Skinwalkers? You like that one? I like Sleepwalkers. That's one of my favorites from him. What is that daggone movie? Where is that stupid house? There's like some things, like certain things didn't have a thing, but Christine Firestarter was my movie. Firestarter was my
Yes, of
movie.
course. Drew Barrymore, took it.
I love that movie
Andy
one and two.
Dufresne. Wasn't it
Hmm.
Andy Dufresne was her daddy? Okay.
Yeah, Cat's Eye. I
Yeah.
remember that one. Damn it,
Yep.
where is that movie? That like
Now,
I
my
say.
favorite non-horror for him was Dolores Claiborne, and Kathy Bates again.
Mm-hmm.
She
Needful
took that.
Things. Needful Things just was a stupid
Yes,
ass ending. That's I love the movie. The movie was good up until that ending. The house just disappeared. I said, "What the hell? What the hell?" But you
because
know what?
because
Hmm?
go ahead, go ahead.
No, say what you're saying because you're saying on this because I was about to change to a next movie that I really love from him.
Needful things. The house disappeared because it can no longer draw the people in. That's what the house does. It disappears and reappears
I
in
know, but it
towns
just
that
pissed
it
me
can.
off because it's like, yeah, let's go burn down the house, and it's like, pew. Like the fuck is this? The hell is this shit?
Go ahead. Oh, we're gonna talk about what Trey just put up there. But what was the next movie? What's the next movie you were going to talk about?
Because he said the mist was excellent. What the freak? Okay, Trey. But the other one that I love the most, I love out of his movies, I really love outside of Carrie and Firestarter is Thinner.
Yes, that
Love
was well
Thinner.
done.
Thinner was a real
That was
good
well
movie
done.
to me. I love that movie.
But you
Of course,
cannot
you know
say
Stand
the
By Me.
ending of The Mist wasn't compelling. I still feel like he, lost his family. I still feel that every time I see it.
Mm. But you know,
Mm.
I'll give him this. I'll give him this. See, I'm glad I'm not alone on that. I'm glad I'm not. Because this movie had you going all the way. It's like, yeah, oh my God, what's about to happen next? And next thing you know it, boop. I mean, it was just boop.
Golly.
And the way it just did it, it was like, shoo, just go. Like, say what? um,
How about Storm of the Century? Did you like that?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a
I
good
don't
one.
think I've seen that one.
This entity, of course, it's a New England town. This entity comes to New England town and says, "You need to give me one of your children for me
Yeah, I
to go
definitely did
away and
see
not
that.
destroy this town." And the way they go through to have to decide whose child,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh. Ooh, Storm of the Century. See, thank you, Shakola Camps, Storm of the Century. That was phenomenal,
Now that I get the
Stephen
dark
King.
arts mystery now, don't come at us. Oh, you know
Yes,
what?
I'm so mad at the wife.
That was my actual show. I love the Bearskin Bears. I mean, I actually read the Houston books. I used to read them books all the time or whatnot. But you know who
Hey,
pissed me
Sean.
off? Now whose stuff pisses me off way more than Stephen King's, okay? Because Stephen King, like, there's some things it's like he's to me, I mean, for most part, Stephen King's movies is great. I ain't gonna hold you. It just be the ending sometime. It just be like, what the frick sometimes. What the frick. But M. Night Shyamalan, he'll give you it's like playing Two Lies and the Truth with that man because he gonna give you two bad movies before he give you a good one. I'll be like, what the hell is
Wait a minute. It's very few things M. Night can do that pisses me off, but my favorite is Lady in the Water.
Lady in the Water was good.
Ooh,
Signs was good.
ooh.
It's one more.
The Village.
The Village was another one with a little ending. Like Village
What
was
do you
good.
mean?
The Village was good, but it was a little one with the ending like the fudge.
What do you mean?
What's the other one that he had that he just be The Sixth Sense was good. Unbreakable, I was like,
I needed another Unbreakable. Hey, Viola Davis was in there, Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, it was done well.
Glass was, and I love me Sam. Samuel is one that I watched. He can't do no wrong.
Yes,
Now I'm tickled
yes.
every time because I think in his contract he got a contract for a wig. I think he got a contract for a wig or some type of facial hair.
A wig that fit.
It don't fit. It don't matter what the wig is. He just like give me one because he gonna have a crazy wig. Knock on the Cabin. Knock on the Cabin wasn't bad. Old, old. I was like, I'm glad I didn't waste my money in the movies. That's how I felt about Old. The Happening was good. Actually, that ending
Okay.
right there,
Yes,
that ending
yes.
right there, I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." That The Happening, I can't even talk about that because if y'all ain't seen it, I don't know. But the Airbender, I was pissed. The last Airbender, I was pissed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How about Devil? Did you see that?
Hmm.
That was
After
nice.
Earth, After Earth was good, but I think that's because I like Will Smith when he's working with his children.
Yes, but after Earth, I think people had preconceived notions because of where the funding came from. But it was a really good movie. Just like
Mhm.
that one with John Travolta was really good.
Oh my God, I left John off my list. John Travolta can't do no wrong. John
Well, he could
Travolta
do a
cannot,
lot wrong, but not
not for
recently.
me. I don't know. You give me what he did wrong for you, but he can't. John John is an actor that I watch and I study because John does things. John does things that in his acting that he just switch up. He'll give the character a little quirk in the body or something like that. Like I love him in Savages because he has his way that
Yeah,
he holds his hands in Savages and all this stuff like this to this character. I love John Travolta. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Grease,
I
he had me
understand.
sold. What movie
He
that
was he
he did
was
some wrongs?
he was great in Pelham 123. I will give him that. Battlefield Earth is what I was saying. I liked that movie and the premise
Hmm.
behind it. And I think because of the funding, people really didn't pay much attention to him. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why they kind of looked at it. Okay. Um I did not like Ladder 49. Okay. I did
Mm-hmm.
not like that.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's probably why I don't think I've seen
I
Ladder.
did not like him as Gotti in The Godfather. And disclaimer,
Why?
because I'm a New Yorker, I have seen Gotti. So I could not blend with him being Gotti.
Got it.
But yeah, I will give it to you. He has been watch the hair. He has been phenomenal in everything. So I'm not going to say it is a whole bunch, but there are a couple. I'm not going to say he can't do nothing wrong, but
What does he
there are a
call?
couple
What do they
things.
call a quarter pounder with cheese in the UK?
Quarter pounder with cheese.
Oh, it's a royale with cheese. It's a El Royale with cheese.
So
Yeah,
dang, wash your hands. I did.
I did. You ain't gotta look like a bloody a bloody prego when you put it back on the. Ah,
I
Charles.
didn't say Ladder 49 wasn't great, Trey. What I said is John Travolta in Ladder 49. I did not. And then again, don't forget, full disclaimer, my grandfather was a firefighter. So I'm looking at Ladder 49, Backdraft, and all those other movies a
Backdraft was
little bit
good.
tainted.
I think Backdraft was good.
Backdraft was good. It was more realistic as far as firemen fighting a fire and something in that regard. Backdraft was better than Ladder 49. I'm just
You
saying.
know what movie from Bruce Willis gets me or whatever, and the freaking song. I'm sorry, that song get me every single time. Is God dang it! Why did the movie just name just left me just now that quickly? Armageddon. That daggone song from It's not Roses. Is it not from Roses?
It's Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. I love that song. I'm sorry. I love that song. But
I'm not. There are only specific points of that movie I will suffer through, but
I love
yeah.
that. I think it's just that song. That's tie that song with that part right there, that movie. I'm just like, this movie's so great. Why? Why? Why?
I know. There's only certain parts,
It is only
when
certain parts, but I will watch it just cause.
I won't watch the whole movie. I will
I love
fast
it. I
forward.
love it.
I'll fast forward to when they're chasing bear and they're gathering up the crew. I'll fast forward to when they're walking towards the shuttle because I don't want to see all that other stuff. And then I'll fast forward all the way through to when he's giving Ben Affleck the patch. Tell Trav this for him. And he's saying goodbye to his daughter. Now that you can get me to watch.
Yeah.
But the song. Now I am an Aerosmith fan, not as much as I am a Guns N' Roses fan. And there are other songs
There's
of
other
theirs
songs. I love that song. I love that song off of that. And
but it's too sappy. It's too sappy for me.
I love it. I think it's because of the movie. That part of the movie just made me love that song the way it is or whatever. So when the video starts and it shows that part of the movie, I'm just like, oh, John. But the movie that actually got me loving Bruce Willis is an old movie. I don't even know if you probably know it, but the audience might not know it. Hudson Hawk. And that's one movie that I could stand the singing through it, especially because they sing like some songs that's kind of modern just because they keep in time with the songs that they sing in. I love that movie. Hudson Hawk is my movie. And I was just like, okay, you got me, Bruce. You got me, Brucey. I'm yours.
He does. I mean, as you said, he has a plethora, and I will stand 10 toes down with anyone that, yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. It was done during Christmas time.
That's like
every time.
What's the one that we was talking about with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
That's a Christmas movie too, because it was
every time it's Christmas. If it's Christmas in the movie, every time it is a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie, I know, because literally it comes on every Christmas too. Die Hard literally comes on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Was Deep Impact better than Armageddon? Is that where? Because you watch. They're two different type of things to me, though, Trey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deep Impact is two different type of things, Yes,
Trading Places. Golden.
Trading Places definitely Christmas movie. And Child, I love that every Christmas, Child. I love that every Christmas.
Sean, you may want to edit that. Bone Alone. I've never seen that movie.
That must be on the Cornhub show.
I was gonna go there.
That's what Tyler was doing in that bathroom. While the girls were
donations.
But no, we didn't talk about Home Alone because we just actually got to Christmas movies. We saying Die Hard just made her think of the Christmas things of it all.
Right. Right. Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Whoa, nope, never seen that version.
Nope.
Who starts that? Johnny Lawrence.
My brother Umar's voice. Donation. Gifts. We can't, Home Alone. I watched Home Alone, all the Home Alones.
I watched them all. I after a while it's like, okay, I think I might have watched a few so many times because back then you didn't have much to watch but whatever came on TV or you had in your VHS, so we didn't have all the cables like y'all got now. Y'all so spoiled.
So spoiled. I tell my children that you don't stream. You have one TV and you're lucky the TV turning knob that it isn't a pliers for you to turn because there's only 3 channels.
And you wasn't the antenna, so you couldn't watch half the stuff. You leaning over the TV like
gotta have the foil on the antenna, and don't forget that at a certain point, 10 o'clock, the national anthem is playing. Okay.
Now Sean said it. It's a hit on OnlyFans.
Hey, we don't know.
Oh,
Sean, get some investors, like Juan said, get some investors, and you can have a movie called Bone Alone, and it can be a Christmas classic on OnlyFans.
Mrs. Doubtfire, I'm sorry, but
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Robin Williams, Robin Williams, late great Robin Williams. That's another one. The
Billy
Birdcage.
Crystal.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of it was a lot of good actors back then. Like, I mean, like you knew they went to school, you knew they studied their craft, you knew they practiced and they did all this stuff like that. But yeah, Robin Williams, rest in paradise, sir. But another one, another great talented. You know, it's sad that he suffered the way he was suffering, but
I'm
talented man.
old. I'm so old. I used to love to see Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, and Whoopi Goldberg together on stage. Loved it.
Jumpin' Jack Flash was my
Oh,
movie. I know she did her thing in Ghost and all that stuff, but Jumpin' Jack
yes.
Flash was
Yes, it
my
was.
freaking movie. If y'all have never seen Whoopi Goldberg and Jumpin' Jack Flash, please go watch. Do yourself a favor and watch that movie because that movie
Please.
was great. Sorry, that Red Bull got me dehydrated now.
Girl, I understand. I've been drinking water too.
Oh, it's 8:30. I guess I need to get myself together to get up out of here anyway, though. But oh, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you know what? I miss movies of the 80s. 80s movies was lit. And I
Not
mean,
all of them.
they was lit. I didn't say all of them, but 80s movies was lit. 80s, 90s, and stuff like that. They had some good movies that we was
Yes.
watching and whatnot. Now they get tiring because we didn't have nothing else to watch, and they would put them on all the time.
Yeah, but I would rewatch and I would know movie lines.
Mhm.
Just I have a friend of mine. We have conversations via text with strictly movie lines, and it's so much
Mhm. Yeah, that's how. I mean, we was on the basketball courts doing that, like literally on the court. Just
fun.
I know people. Our coach used to look at us like, and I mean, like even the white girls on the team, they be quoting the movies with us because Scary Movie was our stuff at the time when we.
Yes.
You could
Clueless. We used to. Oh my gosh.
Closers was
Whew.
it, child. I just remember a Scary Movie when it was like, some help. She's bye, girl.
Yes. or,
Why she
or
leaving
or
like that?
let me whip that mashed potatoes for you.
No, no, it's okay. I got it. Take my strong hand. My sister being annoying.
Too funny
Oh,
for
and this
for an
West Coast.
impromptu live, and we didn't know what we were going to talk about, and realized we have so much in common with shows, movies, and music.
Yeah, that right there. My other one. Where do I go? Check the music room. Where? Check the music room.
Music room. That was hilarious.
Oh, the Wayne brothers did they thing with that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
West
yes.
Side. And that bird.
It's
Ah,
like it's like it's like when the ghost lady. No, no, no. Keep it over your head. Keep that over your head.
when he checked the pennies and it said Saturday and it was Wednesday or something like it was the penny said Wednesday and it was Saturday. Oh my days. Oh my days.
Oh gosh, you mean Trey's talking about Whoopi Goldberg in Star Trek? That was Deep Space Nine, wasn't she? The bartender.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah,
her
that's
name.
yeah. Because when I go all the way back to Star Trek, that other black lady up in it, the original
Mm-hmm.
black lady.
Yes, Lieutenant Uhura.
Not my sister. What show is you talking about right now? I think she just not watching Love Is Blind. Talking about I'm on episode 10, and he looking for any reason to leave that girl. She must be talking about Tim.
Well, Love is Blind Argentina is over, and we had a lot of weddings and a lot of I do's. And next week is the reunion. So now I have to see who is going to be next in the international. Is it going to be Germany? Germany has one. Is it going to be
Mm-hmm.
Sweden season 2? Or is it going to be huh, Germany, Sweden season 2? There's another one that I'm missing that's coming back out. I gotta check. I gotta check the schedule. Oh yeah, Scream was fun and funny.
Yeah, Scream reminds me of Scream
Was
was good.
that
Yeah, Scream was good, but we're scared. That was Scary Movie that they did the What's Up in or whatever. Scream was good. I just love Scary Movie for spoofing Scream the way that they did. Because Doofus, Officer Doofus,
Oh
I
my
told
gosh,
you no
yes.
other pen in my room. But they did. But see, I love Scary Movie for spoofing Scream and The Usual Suspects all in the same thing like that.
Right.
I was like, what? What? Not some of my favorite movies together.
But that's what I miss, the parody of the movies, but also the parody of music. Weird Al, was parodying
Mhm.
everybody's
All
favorite
the favorite
songs.
things.
Right. And now that's kind of gone away. There's no room for a Weird Al. There is room, but I don't know if he'd be able to do it, you know,
Yeah, she talked
get
about Tim.
permissions.
Yeah, actually, I just seen something with Marlon Wayne saying they were coming back out with another.
Scary House or Scary
Yeah, what's the one they had with the house called?
Haunted House?
No, that's Eddie Murphy. What
You sure?
Haunted House was Eddie Murphy. That was the Disney remake of that. Um,
Marlon Wayans had a haunted house. Yeah.
it was called Haunted House too, as
Yeah,
well.
a haunted house. Yeah. And a haunted
I
house
think
too.
okay. I don't remember. I want to say it's a haunted house because I think they was bringing them back. It's either that or they coming out with the white chicks too. They're doing one of the two. He's coming back with something though. I just seen him talk about that about a couple of weeks ago that they were coming back with something else.
He could leave the chicks in the can.
Yeah, they could leave white chicks. I don't think they needed to come out with that and just leave it where it's at because it was good for where it's at. So if they would have did it, they should have did it a long time ago. But I think there was some controversy of why they didn't do it back then, as well. But I think it's the haunted house because that one is actually his. It's not both him and his brother. The haunted house is his. So I think they were
Gotcha.
saying they was coming back with another one of that soon. So we're gonna see because that was actually good too. I like that, and I like Meet the Blacks with Mike Epps. That was good.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah.
I enjoyed that. It was hilarious because that brought in the leper. Not was it the Leprechaun and the spoof? I think it was. Who did they spoof? Kind of. I'm trying to remember what they were spoofing in theirs. I can't remember right now. I know they spoofed the Purge in the first one, but the second one had this house, which was like a vampire leprechaun type house. I'm trying to remember what
I
the
know. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, they were spoofing off of something, and I just can't think of it right now.
Same. Oh, same.
But it was good.
Yeah,
So,
Sean, they would have a fit if he did it now. But I mean, you could spoof it now. He could come straight down to Georgia and spoof Marjorie Taylor Greene. She could be one of the chicks.
they always like to have a fit. They like to have a fit. I don't know.
But yeah. Or you can have her in the movie, kind of, have one of the girls be her intern.
Hmm. Yeah. Anywho, let me get up out of here because it's going to be about 9 o'clock. I need to put my contacts in so I can see where I'm going, child. Get my butt over to the job. I can see the people while I make their drinks. Be like, girl, I asked for vodka. Why you got the Hennessy in your hand? I'll be like, for real?
Tag on, Jay. The bottle ain't even shaped the
It's
same,
not the shake the same.
and the liquid ain't even the same color. How blind is you?
I ain't that blind. I ain't that blind. You know, I got to talk my mess. But I'll talk my mess real quick. You know what I'm saying? God, you know, I'm going to mix it up regardless. Well, I made it. Here you go.
There you go. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here. Take this drink and go, please. I know it's not what you wanted, but just take it and go. Thank you. Nah. What did he say? That was her job in the show. She was a 400-year-old alien with the strange temporal abilities that still didn't have the full understanding.
I stopped watching Star Trek by that point.
My daddy's a Trekkie child. He still tells me that I'm 6 of 9. He's like, you look just like 6 of 9. I'm like, okay. I don't know if just because she's slim or something like that, but he loved to tell me I look like 6 of 9. Or what is it? 7 of 9, 6 of 9, whatever her number is, whatever her Borg number.
I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it at Deep Space and the Chief of Security Odo. I stopped watching it then when they started going off the deep end with them. And when, Captain Jean-Luc Picard became a part of the Borg, I was like, oh, hell no. My captain of the next generation would never. So I stopped watching it.
Now, my daddy watches it still to this day. He watched them reruns. He watch it faithfully. He is a diehard Trekkie, y'all. He's out
and
here.
apparently Trey is too, because he feels offended.
Oh, he be all right. he be all right. Pat him on the back. He be all right, baby. Yeah, nah. I think because my dad watches so much, it's kind of the same thing with my uncle. When I used to be around my uncle all the time, he watched westerns, and my dad watched Star Trek so much. I just didn't have a love for it. I would sit and watch it with him, but I just couldn't have this passion. Like, I'm tired of watching this. I want to watch something else. Please put something else on, because he would sit there all day. Oh, 7 of 9, that is it. See, my daddy said the same thing. He like, you look, every time I see 7 of 9, I see you. I'm like, okay, well, they need to see me on that TV screen too. So like, if they see me, like, yeah, let me be her stand-in then or something. Like, I don't care. Fun fact though, an ex that I had, his best friend was the Klingon kid when he was younger. Oh, and he was a child Klingon. So I have like some ties to these people, little bit, but not much.
Yeah. I used to be all over it. I used to know every single character that was on the bridge. I used to be that fan, and then I just like, I need to let go of this.
Better. Okay, you and my daddy can have it. Y'all good. Look, y'all good. I watched enough episodes. I watched it way back in the day where the first black lady on TV made her star on Star Trek, made her star pictures with her gorgeous self or whatever. That's how old when whatchamacallit, Shatner.
William Shatner, yeah.
William Shatner was the original. You know, I watched all the way back then. But of course, I was
the original Jigga who? Jigga.
But back then, I was watching the Batman with the pow.
I need to talk to a Trekkie. Why was Captain Kirk slinging it all over these aliens? Don't even know the species or potential diseases out there. He was just.
He said, "We got a cure for a baby on this ship. Don't worry about it. We got people on the ship that can cure anything." I'll just zap my way back. Port my way back to the ship and get that cleaned up.
I mean, the ship is supposed to be exploring new life and new civilization.
I said I speak Klingon.
Not the captain.
Get it.
Not the captain exploring new life and new civilizations and positions.
The captain was donating his seed all in Deep Space Nine, okay? Deep Space 9, 12, 11, it was donating. He was donating, okay? The captain said, my legacy will be continued.
Beyond this universe.
Every planet A. Why was he like the superstar? He was a rock star of the galaxy because every universe he go into, he gonna leave him a child. He got a mistress everywhere, child.
Everywhere. Every port, every planet, everywhere.
Ah, that man got around. I get around.
Yep. Da-da,
Had
da-da, da-da.
had child in the underground. I get around.
I'm Chuck. I'm Captain Kirk, the one who put the satin on you.
Your panties. I never knew what to share me. What's up, love? How you doing? Well, I've been hanging tight and trying to do my thing. Oh, you heard I was
You heard I
spaceshipping.
was bang. Your alien friend you went to school with.
That's
What
cool.
did she tell you about your cousin?
But your sister thought I
Oh,
wasn't.
was it?
And bye. What do you say with my boy Andre say spaceships don't come equipped with rearview mirrors, so I dip.
Nope. Yep. Or the captain was dipping. The captain was dipping. Okay? He was dipping and providing the sauce. Okay?
Dipping and dodging.
Warp speed. Warp speed.
5 rules of dodgeball. Dodge, dodge, dip, dodge, and dodge.
My thing was, I guess it was a 1 hour show. The captain didn't take too long.
5 minutes in, he got one.
He was at warp speed, not just the ship. The captain was at warp speed.
They was catching up to him. They like, Captain going again. We gotta go. Captain going again. We gotta go get him. Oh, Jesus. Hilarious. But anyways, no, for real this time. But now we doing like a black people do. We take it 20 minutes to leave. But I got some for real
Yeah.
get up out of here. Okay, before I do go though, y'all, we will be back on Thursday. I know it's Thanksgiving, so if y'all not doing nothing, y'all tired of y'all family and you're not watching football or whatever, stuff like that, we'll be back here on Thursday because next Friday might be a little complicated for me. So we'll be back here on Thursday and stuff. I said, you got anything that's going on right now? I know I seen you did your final breakdown of Love is Blind. You have that
Yes.
posted up and stuff, but anything else
Yes.
posted?
And if you go to my channel, LCID 932, Love is Blind Argentina, has been completed. But we have the reunion next week where we see who's still married. And then we'll see what other Love is Blind. I know Germany's coming, Sweden Part 2 is coming. There's other international Love is Blinds coming down the pike. And I already have Love is Blind Habibi, Mexico, and Brazil. If you want a spicy Love is Blind, Habibi. This is the folks mainly live in Dubai. So, but where I thought they would be conservative and a little boring, they bring the heat. They are the spiciest international version I've seen. So that's all I got. See y'all on Thursday.
All right, all right, all right. Until then, y'all be safe. I don't know. If I ain't got nothing going on Sunday, I might. Oh wait, no, I do got something going on this Sunday, so I might not be here this Sunday either. So never mind. We might figure out. We might reconvene in the middle of the weeks before Thursday. I know it's Thanksgiving again, so we might just give it something early while y'all waiting for the food to be ready. Because at the black homes, and they gonna tell y'all to be over there at 12, but they ain't gonna be ready to 6, 7, 8, 9. They want you over there at 12 so you can help cook. They think they slick. They think they slick. I know what they doing. They gonna be over there. But anyways, what we know that song what you requested tonight? Hmm? We know what song you requested tonight? Me?
Yeah,
Oh
I get
no.
around.
Yeah, no. You know what? I should do that at karaoke. I should do that one at karaoke tonight. Because they always keep asking me if I'm a sing. I should do that one at karaoke. With that, send a message to everybody out there. Oh, you heard I was doing my thing? Yeah. Mm. Yeah, girl, you went to school with. That's cool, but they should tell you about your cousin and your sister thought I wasn't.
Oh, what's it? Weekends were made for Michelob.
Meatloaf.
But it's We ain't got none at the bar. We ain't got none. Don't ask me.
Nope, we got Modelo. I ain't got my Michelob, but I got Modelo. Can we recall? Has it came out? I do want to watch Cross. I do want to watch Cross. Has it started already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Cross has come out.
Okay,
I gotta watch it.
I'll watch it, and we could possibly review Cross. I'm not opposed to doing that or whatnot. Because I did want to watch it. I like that the main guy that's up in it and stuff. So, he's very handsome to look at. He's worth watching.
Quite handsome. Quite handsome.
Yes. So we can do that. Yes, because it would be nice to see him on my thumbnails every week. Okay.
Oh yes.
All right. So we'll do that, ladies.
We'll do Cross just for the ladies.
We gotta keep it on the low, okay? That might be a ladies'
Keep it on the down low, long as you know. Oh, rest in peace, Pac. Oh, speaking of which, before we get out of here, if y'all love Kendrick Lamar, please listen to this new album that just came out. Actually, he has one song on there right now, and if you love Pac, when I say, I know Kendrick has done some acting work in his career already, but if he ever decides to take the most deaf route at any point, he's going to be on it, because the way that he sounds even so much like Pac on this one particular song on the album is wild. It is freaking wild. So, yeah, y'all, if y'all like Kendrick out there, y'all can tell I'm definitely a stan. So, please go and watch it. You know, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Child, the morale is gone, baby. He said, y'all wanted the boogeyman, y'all about to get him. Okay, the boogeyman is back. K-Dot is back. All right. So, yeah, prepare for Super Bowl to be an awesome thing. I might have to really be down there. You knew, I knew it was coming. I knew he was put down something before.
Oh, definitely.
Just to throw it.
Definitely. We was thinking, actually, I was thinking that he was going to do it way closer to the Super Bowl. So right after the Super Bowl, his tour would start, because he wants to do a tour right then. But I'm never opposed.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
I'm not opposed. I know there was a bunch of talks, and we just never knew what day it was going to come out. We were thinking, a lot of people was thinking it was going to come out at Drake's birthday just to be spiteful. But he said, I'll give Drake a break. I'll let him live for a little bit, but the holiday season is going to be rough for him.
Because y'all what? Y'all forgot about Dre.
My man said he gonna walk into New Orleans. Wait, he said he gonna walk into New Orleans with a West Coast like. I said, well,
you got to go, girl.
I gotta go. I'm about to go listen to that on my way to work, child. All right, y'all. We is out of here. We see you later. Love y'all and leave y'all. Y'all be safe. Happy Friday to y'all. Bye. I am freezing. I got